Okay, here's a quick video on the proportional way to solve equations involving percentages. All right, so the basic equation is going to be the same every time, and in your book you're going to see it look like this. It's going to say A over B equals P over 100. Okay, the other way that you can think about this is the part over the whole equals percent, sorry, let me erase that, equals the percent over 100. Okay, so when you see the different different types of problems, you'll be able to use this proportion. So there are three types of problems you'll see where they're asking for this, this, or this. Okay, so the first type of question would be something like, what is 30% of 50? My finger is slipping all over this thing. Okay, so if that's your type of question, you got to look at what you're given. Where do these numbers go? Well, 30%, anytime you see the percent sign, that tells you it's the percent. And you've got to determine if 50 is the part or the whole. Well, since we see this word of, that tells us we're taking a part of 50. So the part is what we're looking for. So 50 is going to be the whole. So this is what we're looking for. And there are multiple ways you could solve this, and you know how to solve proportions. But in this case, I'm going to say that this is times 2. So divided by 2, x must equal 15. So that's one way to do it. All right. Now, another type of problem you might see is something like 30. Come on, do what I ask. 30 is 50% of what number? Now again, the of is usually in front of the part that the whole, so 30 is 50% of what number? Just evaluating that, I know, in the way I read that, that 30 is going to be the part. So this time I'm going to say the part over the whole equals 50 over 100. And then I can cross multiply, I'll get 3,000 equals, 50x. So x equals 60. Okay, so, and that would be how we do that problem. Okay, so before we were finding the part, now we're finding the whole. And now, another way you might see this, another type of problem you could see is 15 is what percent of 60? So if you see something like that, again, the of is going to be in front of the whole usually. So 60 is going to be our whole, and we're looking for our percent, so that means 15 must be our part. So again, cross multiplication, I get 1500 equals 60x. So x equals 25. All right. So 25%, 15 is 25% of x. So those are the different ways you can use proportions. One thing I want you to be careful of is thinking that the smaller number is always the part and the bigger number is always the whole. That's not always true, because you could have a question like, what number is 150% of 60? Okay? Well, in a case like this, the word of comes in front of our whole, usually. So I'm going to do 150 over 100. And I've got x over 60. Well, I cross multiply, I'll get 100. X equals 0, 0, 0, 3, 9,000. So x must equal 90. So 90 would be 150% of 60. Whenever you do these problems, be sure to check over what it says and just make sure it makes sense, whatever answer you get. Okay? And that's all for today. This is Rick again, and we'll see you on the next video.